At 54, the life of Jerome Bettis reflects a powerful yet deeply human journey that goes far beyond the roaring stadiums and unforgettable highlights that once defined his career, because while the world remembers him as a dominant force on the football field, a player whose strength and determination earned him the nickname the Bus, there is a quieter, more emotional reality that begins to surface when the cheering stops and the years begin to pass, revealing the lasting impact of a career built on physical sacrifice, relentless pressure, and the constant demand to perform at the highest level. And for Bettis, whose legacy includes not only a Super Bowl victory but also a place among the greatest running backs in NFL history, the transition away from the game has not simply been about stepping into retirement but about adjusting to a completely different pace of life, one where the identity that once felt so clear must be redefined in new and often uncertain ways. And this shift can carry an unexpected emotional weight, especially for someone who spent decades being celebrated for his physical abilities, because as time moves forward, the body that once powered through defenders inevitably begins to feel the wear and tear of those years, bringing with it chronic aches, reduced mobility, and the quiet reminders of just how much was given to the game. And alongside these physical changes is the mental and emotional adjustment that comes with no longer being at the center of the action, where the adrenaline of competition is replaced by reflection, and the structure of a professional career gives way to a more open, and sometimes more challenging, sense of daily purpose. And while Bettis has remained active through broadcasting, business ventures, and charitable work, there is still a subtle sense of distance from the world that once defined him so completely, a distance that can feel both freeing and isolating at the same time. And beyond his professional journey, there is also the personal dimension of his life that adds depth to his story, including his well-documented battle with asthma, a condition that made his achievements all the more remarkable but also required constant vigilance and discipline, shaping not only how he played the game but how he lived his life off the field. And as he grows older, managing health becomes an even more central focus, bringing with it moments of vulnerability that contrast sharply with the image of invincibility that fans once associated with him. And this contrast is where much of the emotional resonance of his story lies, in the understanding that even the strongest figures are not immune to the passage of time, that the same body that once seemed unstoppable must eventually slow down, and that the same person who once thrived in the spotlight must learn to find meaning in quieter, less visible ways. And yet, through all of this, Bettis continues to carry himself with a sense of resilience and dignity, embracing new roles and opportunities while honoring the legacy he built on the field, even as he navigates the complex emotions that come with change. And perhaps what makes his story at 54 feel so deeply moving is not a single moment of tragedy, but the accumulation of years of effort, sacrifice, and transformation, a reminder that greatness is never without its cost, and that the journey beyond success often requires just as much strength as the climb to the top, making Jerome Bettis's life today a powerful reflection of endurance, adaptation, and the enduring human spirit behind the legend.